Hello, hello. Welcome back to I Am Not Her. I don't know what episode this is. I was going to say the episode and then I thought about it. We are on episode 3. Thank you so much. Yes. And now I have a guest today. We have Slim the Creative, as some may know. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell the people.
So like she said, the Slim Creative.
Excuse me.
Not Slim the it's not Slim the Creative. But so I go by Slim. I am a creative director, photographer, studio owner, dad, husband, friend, mentor, all of the above. And I am based in the RDU area. What else you need to know?
Yeah, tell the people. Okay, so based in the RDU area, meaning what?
So my studio is in Cary, Creative Camp Studio, and I live in Clayton.
Okay.
And went to college in Raleigh. So I'm really based in the RDU area.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So how long have you had your studio for?
So Creative Camp Studio is 2 years old as of August of this year.
Ooh, happy anniversary.
Thank you. And I've been shooting professionally for 6 years.
Okay. Nice. So what's been the biggest change in your professional life since owning the studio?
I guess the biggest professional change would probably be more so finding my own style, since I'm not really an environmental shooter. Like, I'm not like going to a lot of different places shooting outside of a studio.
Right.
Even if I travel, I'm still shooting kind of in a studio setting.
Okay.
So just kind of trying to find my own style and just trying to keep that fresh and not repetitive.
Do you think you found it?
I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look at my work and I'm like, this looks kind of like my other work, but that's just kind of my style, like
Yeah.
just my lighting and stuff like that.
Right.
So I'm still working on it, but I feel like it's a ongoing creative process.
Definitely. I agree. That's great. So do you do just photography? Do you do videography? Do you...
So I primarily do photography, portrait photography.
To be specific.
To be specific, my creative focus is on beauty, brands, and blackness. If you
Love
look at
that.
my body of work, you're going to see a lot of beautiful black people.
Mm-hmm.
And I
that.
don't shy away from that.
Represent.
And then I do some video work, like interview style stuff. I'll do some branding work and stuff like that, but I wouldn't call myself a videographer or especially not a cinematographer.
Yeah.
Those people, like they make videos and movies, like
Yeah.
that's what they do.
Yeah.
So I would say I'm primarily a photographer.
Yeah.
But I also creative direct on other people's projects and stuff like that too.
Sweet. Okay. Nice. And what kind of projects are your favorite to creative direct on?
Probably just styled shoots.
Yeah.
Like where we bring together like a full team of creatives. Like we bring together a hairstylist, a makeup artist, a fashion designer, a set designer.
Mm-hmm.
Like we bring together all these dope creatives that are great at what they do.
Right.
And we come together and create something special. So I love being able to bring those people together and we all put in what we're good at and create something great.
Yeah. I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen quite a few of those projects that you've done. And
Firsthand.
Firsthand. I mean, I've been a part of it. I have been a part of it. I've also witnessed it from afar. Yeah, it's definitely a different experience when you have everybody on board and when it's just really, everybody's just there to create. There's really no ulterior motive. You know what I mean? In that space, I feel like can be hard to find sometimes.
Yeah, it's very hard to find, and there's a lot of egos in the creative space where everyone wants to be that guy
Right.
on set and stuff like that. And I've been told a lot of times that people appreciate working with me because I let them do them. I let them do what I call them to do.
Right.
Like, I'm not sitting over your shoulder. I'm not over here dictating. Like, I'm sitting there doing what I'm supposed to do there, and if you need me, let me know. If
Right.
not, do what you got to do.
Yeah, it's on you.
And just be creative. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Do what you love.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely I appreciate your artwork because it is artwork. I've been scrolling a lot on Instagram. And like I'll just be like scrolling through my feed and I'll just see some like terrible, shitty photograph and I'm like, why is this on my feed? And then I realize like I'm following this person and I'm like, why? Why am I following you? Do you like do you ever find yourself like sometimes I'll see somebody like a lot of these models, right?
Mhm.
I feel like don't have the same type of eye for quality work
Mm-hmm.
as one would think would come with people I feel like assume that you would know what quality work is just from being a model.
Well, I feel like a lot of models kind of fit in almost two camps, well, three camps. One is where they know what quality is, but
Right.
they have it because they've experienced it and
Right.
they've been around people that are quality people. And then there's people that just don't care. Like
Yeah.
they just want to shoot and
Yeah.
build up this portfolio and that's it. And then the third camp, they don't know. They literally just don't know.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a lot of so much information constantly being shown to them that they can't decipher like what's quality and what's not. And there's not enough people like showing them this is what's quality and this is not so good.
Yeah.
And I know for me, like I have people that constantly like come to me for like portfolio reviews and stuff like
Right.
that. And it's not hard to be objective, but I also don't want to talk about someone's work if I don't know like where they are in their process, because everyone had to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
So if you're just starting out, I get it.
Right.
There's a curve, like you have to get around
Yeah.
that curve to be great. But if you're 6, 7, 10,
20.
20 years into it and your work has not grown and your work is still bad, I mean, I think you probably need to find a new profession.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the thing that confuses me the most with the building their portfolio is like you're not building your portfolio if it's not quality work is the thing.
It's not
You're just
supposed to be-
shooting.
it's not supposed to be full of work. It's supposed
Yeah.
to be full of quality work.
It's
Like
supposed
it's
to
better
be-
to have.
It's supposed to be a handful of really magnificent images, and not a plethora of variety of all sorts.
Everything you've ever shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like, I was just talking to somebody the other day. It was funny. I was saying, like, I've become low-key super judgmental of people while being a model because I have to, because that's kind of how I vet the people that I work with, being an independent model, right? So, like, I don't even have to have a conversation with somebody before I know whether or not I want to work with them. You know what I mean? And I think, like, parts of me is like, damn, Speed, that's low-key shallow. But then parts of me is like, no, because I've worked at my craft and I've got myself to a specific, you know what I mean, place in it. And, like, it's okay that I don't want to accept anything less than where I'm at.
I mean, I
You feel
totally
me?
agree.
Yeah. It's just weird to talk about out loud, you know what
I mean, a lot of things are weird to talk about out loud, but they need to be
Yeah.
talked about out loud.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why we have podcasts,
Yeah,
right?
it is. It is.
But no, I kind of feel the same way. Especially when it comes to like collaborations and stuff like that.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm very picky with collaborations, and but if you pay me, sure, we can shoot.
Right.
You're gonna get some quality because you paid for it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But you can't.
I feel like that's different on a photographer's end than on a model's end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because models are paid to be there, and
Yeah.
whether the photographer is quality or not, you don't know what kind of work you're going to get.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I definitely
It's
feel
scary.
it from that.
It's scary stuff, man.
Yeah,
It's
but with
so
the collab, like you really have to do your due diligence and look at all of this photographer's work.
Yeah.
And be like, make a conscious decision of this is who I want to work with.
Right.
But as a professional photographer, I do the same thing with a model's portfolio, and a lot of people won't openly say that. Mm-hmm. I look at a model's work and be like, damn, she hasn't shot with anybody good. Yeah. Does she not? Do they not know like what quality work is?
Right.
And if I shoot with you, are you going to put my quality work next to all this bad work? And then the next person that also doesn't know what quality work is going to look at it and be like, oh, this is all the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I'm very picky with my collab work too, because I want my work to be represented along other dope creatives.
Yeah, I have that thought process, except with my paid gigs. Mm-hmm. Like with my collab work, of course, I'm very picky, but I feel like I'm kind of to the point now where I'm kind of collabing with the same people. Like I've built my creative team.
Yeah, that's your team.
Yeah. But, and even with that, like it comes to a point where I feel disrespected half the time. As we just talked about, like quality work, you know what I mean? If you see my page and you're like, wow, you got some real quality work, and then you look at your own page and it don't give that same effect, I think it's an insane amount of audacity for you to hit me up trying to collab. Not even to book me, but like simply to collab because you want to add me to your portfolio, right. But you don't want to pay for my rates because you know, due to my quality work, that I have quality rates as well. Mm-hmm. You know? And I'm just like, wow, this is getting to be a lot.
Yeah, but you also got to realize that there are so many models that are just doing that.
They are,
and they're
just
working.
With so the shits.
I mean,
but it's like it's not even working. You know what I mean? Like that's what's frustrating is that I feel like the industry is so oversaturated right now because everyone is a model. Everyone is a photographer because you can just go buy a camera. It's about to be Black Friday. You know how many photographers are about to pop out in December?
That is true.
What? Jesus, I'm not ready. Ladies, be careful. Watch out. Don't be shooting with random motherfuckers in December just because they got a new camera. Don't fall for it. Jesus. Like I was just having this conversation also the other day that I feel like a lot of the arts industries need ethics. We as a whole unit need to be taught about ethics. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I feel like in modeling, in music, in all facets of art, it's just like not discussed, you know?
No, I absolutely agree. Professional ethics, business ethics.
All of the ethics.
All of the ethics.
Personal ethics.
Yeah.
All of that. Keeping the ethics separate, separating all of the entities, all of them. And that's something I have to work on myself. I'm realizing is that like I've made my business page and my personal page are one and the same essentially. Mm-hmm. And in a sense it's cool because if you look at it, like I don't have anything personal posted on my page. You know what I mean? Like
right.
It's just an open portfolio. It's a digital portfolio essentially. Mm-hmm. But the people who follow me know me. A lot of them know me on a personal level, and it gets fucking weird. It gets so weird, and I'm realizing how drained I am and like how I don't have the capacity to like keep up with the people who are actually trying to book me versus
right.
the people who are just shits and giggles in my inbox.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly why I have a website.
Yeah.
And I don't have people DM me for business.
Yeah.
Like no, I'll say go through my website because that is going to sort out 90% of the bullshit.
Yeah.
My pricing's on there. I have a FAQ
right.
on my website.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you get your stuff back, where's the location? Yeah. Just random stuff that people just always ask, and it's just like it's right there. Like,
yeah.
But that also sorts out the people that are serious or not serious. You know, like I don't want to work with someone that can't read simple directions because I know that shoot's not going to go well. I just know it's not.
Yeah, I've definitely been lacking on my personal marketing and branding. My mind has been elsewhere, but that is something that I have to roll out for January is my website because, yeah, it's just getting overwhelming. Like, it was cool. It was cool for a while, but now it's just like I can't maintain it.
Yeah, if you're not going to separate your pages, you got to separate your personalities.
Yeah.
Like your
Yeah.
model and then your you.
Right.
And I feel like with me, I've done a good job for the most part of doing that. Like if you go like through my actual feed, you'll see like my work. But if you follow me on the stories, that's kind of who I am. Like you'll see me
Right.
in my stories. But link me in my links, you see business. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I try to separate both. But I thought about doing like a separate page, but I'm lazy. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, I think if I did anything, I would create a separate page for my personal page. I would leave the one that I have and just not post anything but, model related things.
Absolutely.
And then just have a smaller separate page for my actual people who I want to share things with. Because that's also part of the reason why I don't share things. Because I'm like, who the hell are y'all and why do y'all want to know things? Like,
And there's a lot of weirdos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I am aware.
There's a lot of weirdos out there that think
Yep.
they know you just because they know your birthday's in July, you know? Like they know you have a family and they think you're best friends.
And this is why I don't blog. This man behind the camera has tried to convince me a couple times that I should vlog. It's a no for me. It's a no for it weird. The concept of people wanting to know what I'm doing in my day-to-day life is fucking weird. That's so weird to me. I don't at any point ever want to be famous. You know what I mean? I want to be good at what I do, no doubt. I want to be recognized in a sense, but not recognizable in person. You know?
Okay.
I want to be recognized for my work, but not like, you're that good. No. Because it's already happened like on a small scale, because just from me being in North Carolina for so long. Like, I'm not even from here, but I've been here long enough and I've established my work here. And I've been at the gas station. I'm talking about like midnight, 1 a.m, in line at the gas station. And motherfuckers double back and look at me. Finish what they doing. Oh, excuse me, I don't mean to bother you, but is this you? What? And it's like they don't even pull up my page. They pull up a saved picture of me on their phone. That shit's wild. That shit is the scariest shit ever. I'm like, no, it's not me. I don't live here. I just thought, I don't know how I got here. I got to go back home. That's on the other side of the world. I got to leave
I
now.
think it's
a good and a bad thing.
It's a good and a bad thing, but
Yeah.
you are your brand.
I know.
Like you
It's horrifying.
literally
It's horrifying.
are your brand.
I
can literally hide behind my camera. Like people could never know what I look like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people, I've noticed that when I ran into people, when I tell them who I am, they still know my work, which I'm like, oh, that's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm at least known for my work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's cool when you go to like different like, states and stuff like that, and people are like, oh shoot, I know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Your work is really dope and stuff like that. But then it gets weird when they're like, oh, how's your daughter doing? Like, don't ask about my daughter.
Yeah. How's your wife?
Don't do that.
Yeah.
They're good, but don't do that. So it does get weird, and that's why I'm always like walking this tightrope of how much I want to share and how much I don't want to share.
Right.
And I think with anybody that has some type of like social presence with their business and their personal life, it's a tightrope you have to walk. Like you have to know, do I want to be a celebrity or do I just want to be, known for X, Y, and Z.
Work. Yeah.
And I, as much of an extrovert I am, I don't want to be a celebrity. Because when I'm ready to leave and just be by myself and do my thing, I want to be able to do that. I don't want to have a camera in my face or people around me all the time.
The idea, it stresses me out. It causes me so much anxiety. Just like thinking about not being able to be left alone. Just as a woman existing in the world, I feel like it's enough bullshit I got to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Like
as a black woman.
As a black woman in the South, in America, period, but in the South, like, it's just like, do I really want more things to worry about? No, I do not. And I also don't like y'all, for real. Like, so like, I mean, I love the people, but I don't like y'all, if that makes sense. Yeah, just like as a whole, you know, like Americans, we got to do better. I mean, yeah, that's another conversation. I could go on for days.
Yeah, that's a whole different podcast.
That's a whoo. But we're not doing a political thing. Oh my gosh. I had somebody tell me that they wanted to come on my podcast and talk about how they want to shut down the government. I was like, hey, yo, whoa.
You don't want that problems.
Whoa.
You'll get some views, but you don't want the problems that come with that.
That's not what I was going for when I said I wanted a guest. You know what I mean? It's more thinking of like this kind of vibe, like, you know, interview, kind of talking, chilling, not get me arrested by the time it's aired.
Right.
Know?
Be on a watch list somewhere.
You know what I mean?
And you will.
Yeah. And again, got enough shit going on where it's like, that's not what I need added to my to-do list.
Mm-hmm.
Just be wary. Jeez. Yeah, no, this whole thing has been a journey for me. But I'm definitely getting to the point now, I feel like, I don't know, man. I'm back and forth about being in front of the camera. I'm so back and forth about it. Like, I like it still, obviously, but I definitely don't feel as inclined to do it as often. Like, before I wanted to shoot all the fucking time.
Right.
I wanted to shoot all the time. And I did shoot all the time. And that was cool. But, like, I feel like a lot of the work that I've done has been for other people, in a sense, where it's like I did a lot of work because people were getting new equipment and needed to test stuff out, or you just got a new lens, or you just got some new lights, or you just, you know, I'm a live test subject, which is cool, and I mean I got some dope shit out of it, but
it's not what you wanted to do.
No, it's not what I want to do now. I think it was what I wanted to do then, but like now it's getting to the point where it's like, I want more. If I'm going to be in front of the camera, I want more thought and effort and
purpose behind it.
Because I do want to like do an exhibit. I do want to, you know, do stuff like that with my work at some point soon, and like incorporate my poetry, but I have to figure out how to truly tie those things together in a meaningful way that can be interpreted by the public.
That's fair.
You know, I am enjoying posing though. I do enjoy showing up on set and posing people. Mm-hmm. That's fun. It's so much fun. I love working with people that are not models. If you are not a model and you got to shoot, you got a maternity shoot, you got a whatever it may be, birthday, business, I don't care. If you need some help posing, hit your girl up. I do it. He is a witness.
That's right.
He is a witness.
But I'm kind of in the same boat as you, but at the under in the boat. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to do less shooting and do more teaching and coaching and more public speaking and stuff like that to like share my knowledge and share my point of view with different people and stuff like that. Yeah. 'Cause shooting is getting tiring. Yeah. It is. And then I'm not always able to shoot everything that I want to shoot. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a business and I gotta make money. I got bills to pay. Right. I got a family to feed. Right. So I'm trying to diversify like the different things that I want to do, so I'm still fulfilled in what I'm doing. And I really think everyone should try to do that. Like, you can't just have yourself consumed in just one thing just because you're good at it. Yeah. You'll get burnt out, and burnout is real. I had a burnout this year. I had one last year. Like, it really is a thing that a lot of creatives experience and don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They're just like, I'm just frustrated. I'm just tired. I'm snapping at people. My work is falling off, and it's probably because you burned out. Like, you need to have another, outlet or avenue for what you want to do and still enjoy doing it. I feel like a lot of people in different fields, they work stuff all the time and it's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? There's no love or passion connected to it. It's just, this is what I do for money. But with creatives, this is what we do because we actually enjoy doing it and we love doing it. And even if we weren't paid, we'd still do it in some capacity. You know what I'm saying? So it's extra hard for us sometimes to separate those two.
Man. And being a creative in a space where, like, creativity isn't supported and funded in the same way. We're Black creatives. We'll say that. We are Black creatives, y'all. These white people are getting paid for nothing.
For mediocre.
For nothing. I haven't, like, honestly, yo, as a half white person, I am so frustrated all the time. All the time. I'm like, hey, lady, listen. What is this? What is this nonsense? You know? Because I have this conversation with my mom all the time. I'm like, do you want to fight? You know? Like, why did you choose this life for me? Like, this is crazy. I did not sign up. You did not get my consent. Shit. But, like, I was scrolling. Today, I'm scrolling. And I'm like, it's this dude, his little girlfriend. Of course, they're white. And it's like, fit check. Every video is like, fit check. And I mean, he had nothing crazy on. You know, the whole streetwear thing is really popular with the children right now. And so everything is baggy clothes and baggy top and just different variations of the same outfit, essentially. And every video had like 2-3 million views. And I'm like, million? Do y'all not know how to get dressed at home?
Mm-hmm.
Is this really what impresses you? Why are you getting paid so much for nothing?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense to me either.
Because I'm talking about all the little Black girls, all of the Black women, not little Black girls, but all of the Black women that I see that are super fucking amazing creatives, right? Out here making shit by hand, putting stuff together. You go to their videos, a couple thousand.
If that.
If that. And I'm like, yo, y'all algorithms are super racist and very disrespectful. I'll be the one to say it. Y'all can be mad at me. I'll be the one to say it. Because let me tell you, if I look like my mama, life would be very different.
I totally agree, because in my industry, white men 50 plus, 60 plus are dominating with terrible work.
It's disgusting.
It's terrible.
They're gross too.
And they're gross.
Like, they're gross people. Like,
yeah. All my clients and model friends are in like the big cities like LA and New York and stuff like that. And they tell me like, Slim, you just don't understand what we have to go through. And like these agencies force them to work with these men.
Oh yeah, no.
If they can't go anywhere else.
If the agencies, you can't be with the agency and shoot with somebody like you. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. And that's part of why I haven't been signed yet, because I haven't felt comfortable enough to really sell what I stand for in that manner. I just feel like sometimes the money ain't always worth it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I still go back and forth, you know, whether I want to be a signed model or not, but there's definitely so many unspoken battles that come with being a signed model. Like, as an independent model, if I come on set and you got a hair and makeup artist, and your makeup artist does my makeup, and I don't like that, I don't like how my face looks, you better believe I'm going to wipe my face off and go get my makeup redone, or I'm going to do it myself. Without question, without problem, without confrontation, because who is there to say anything?
Right.
If I'm signed to an agency, and I try to pull some shit like that, can't. You just can't. You can't. Like, you're under contract. You have to do whatever you're told.
Right.
It's like, I feel like working, from my perspective, working for an agency is kind of like working for Walmart, where it's like, they're going to have the hours. You're going to be able to get the money. Well, what you willing to do for it?
Right.
You know?
Like, what's going to be the quality of the work that you're doing?
You know? Yeah. And what's going to be the quality of the people that you're around to make that money? Because there's only so much stuff I can handle on set.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, as a conscious human being, I think that's the other thing. I think a lot of people can separate their conscious self from their work self. I can't do that.
I can't either.
I can't do that. I can't just be like, oh, well, I just got to do it just to make. I've never been in a position where I need the money that bad to do anything that makes me uncomfortable, honestly. I do have a mother who fully, wholeheartedly supports me. I always call her before I quit, because I quit. I quit. I'm a quitter because I don't do shit that I don't like. As soon as stuff starts, no, I gotta go. I gotta go. I don't like this. I don't like the way it feels. I don't like my energy. I don't like the energy of the people around me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think so many people are convinced that they have to suffer.
Yeah.
And it's weird. You don't have to suffer. Jesus.
Nah, you can just leave.
You literally have the freedom. We're adults too. It's not even like we're children. Like you full blown have not only the ability to leave, but you also have the opportunity to go do something else.
Yep.
Like you are your biggest problem most of the time. Like you are the thing that's standing in front of you and stopping you from doing something different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm realizing that about myself.
Yeah,
Been
I just
making
want more
changes.
people to realize that they can, you know, stop and pivot and do something else
In any direction.
no matter the reason.
Right.
Like no one is really owed a reason for you to not want to do something anymore, whether it makes you feel uncomfortable, whether it's not enough pay,
Right.
whether you just don't have joy or love for it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I started as a graphic designer. That's what I went to school for.
I was going to ask, what did you go to school for?
Yeah, I went to school for graphic design.
Did you ever do that?
Yeah, I had a full-blown graphic design business.
Oh.
I was doing websites and business cards and posters and
How long did you do that for?
all that stuff. I started my business before I graduated and then stopped in 2018. So
Oh.
5 years, 6
I
years.
don't think I knew that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't remember. But I started photography during that time
Okay.
because a lot of the material I was getting for the websites and business cards was trash. And I was like, I know I can do better than this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just having an eye for what looks good.
Right.
Like, so I stopped graphic design slowly and surely and just started focusing on photography and then like fell in love with it and appreciated the quality I could give to, you know, clients and friends and family and just businesses and stuff like that. And I still do to this day. And I think people need to be okay with not being okay with something and just going to something different. Like it's totally okay.
I feel like Americans have been brainwashed wholeheartedly into like not being comfortable with change. Like we are in a society where it's like you meet people who are like, yeah, I've been doing this for 20, 30 years. And it's like, oh, okay. Are you like, you seem a little miserable. Why are you still showing up? You know? And I think because it's been so normalized that you just, like, complacency has been normalized.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's masked as loyalty.
Yeah.
You're unloyal.
Yeah.
Or you're not appreciative.
You're not dependable.
If you're not dependable if you don't stay. But these companies
don't care about
don't
you.
give a damn about
don't
you.
Care
they
about
will
your
replace
kids.
you immediately.
You are a number.
Yeah.
And it's wild that people really have become so dependent on the system that they don't believe in themselves enough to be like, you know what, I do actually have more than enough ability and capability and resources to do whatever it is that you want to do. Like,
yeah. And the system is rigged anyway. It's not for you. The system is made for them to make money, not for you to make money.
Correct.
They're paying you because they have to pay you. If they didn't have to pay you, they wouldn't.
And even then, you getting paid pennies on the dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Pennies on the dollar. Like, one of my first like real jobs in my early 20s, I ran somebody's siding and painting company. I was a COO of his company, and like I knew all the numbers. I knew how much money was being made. I knew the numbers in every account, in every aspect of the company. And I knew how much he was making because I was writing his checks every week. And then I was like, well, wait, why am I doing everything and getting paid the least? This is not right. Something's not right here. I don't like this math. The math wasn't mathing. And I was real young when I had that, like, firsthand opportunity to really experience it and see it wholeheartedly, not just to like talk about it and like Google it and research it. Like, no, I have access to these accounts. I can see how much money is being made and what is profit and what is not, because I'm doing your tax prep too. Like,
right.
It was a smack in the face. And like after that, I really just haven't been able to commit at all to working for people. Because like I'll do it for a short period of time, you know. Sometimes it's cool to have stability in that sense,
Yeah.
where like you don't have to worry about certain things and you can just show up, do your job, make money and go. Service industry is where I was doing most of that, which is, yeah, very toxic if you allow it to be. But I had my boundaries with it. Like I never was a full-time employee at a restaurant.
Right.
I never worked doubles unless it was holidays. Like any place that hired me, I'd be like, hey, listen, before we really agree to this, I need you to know you cannot schedule me for a double. I will not show up. You know what I mean? Like, and if you don't need that in an employee, don't hire me.
Right.
You know, but I put everything out on the table
Yeah.
to give them the choice.
At least you let them know.
I did let them know because I'm not doing it. Yeah, I know this $2 an hour, first of all, because we're in North Carolina, baby. $2 is insanity. And everybody's like, oh, but you make enough money in tips. I shouldn't have to. Our society should not be set up in this manner is the issue.
That's the problem.
That is the issue. Even as somebody who participated in that industry, like,
Right.
I can still understand that systemically it is a problem. Like,
But no, I totally agree. But I also don't want people to be like, well, I need to quit my job and start my own business, because
Right.
that's not what we're saying.
no, that's not what we're
That's
saying.
not what we're
But if
saying.
you do want to like go into a different field, if you want to learn a new skill, if you want to go back to school to, you know what I mean, change direction, that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Do that. But
Yeah.
like, don't be like, you know what? I got inspiration. I'm going to quit today. You ain't got no skill. Don't quit. What are you doing? Like, I have faith, but like, faith can only get you so far without
Exactly.
practice.
Also, people need to just be more mindful of when they do switch. Like, don't just quit your job today and you have nothing set up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Sometimes that's just what it is. Like, you want to just go out there and wing it. But like, the smartest thing I was ever told was like, don't quit your job until you have something else set up. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My
Like,
mom always told me that. She was like, don't quit this one unless you got another one lined
right.
up.
Have something lined up.
Like,
Don't
you
just be
gotta-
out there going crazy.
Because
And I've done that a few times with transitioning in and out of being a full-time photographer. Like, I've always had a job and then did photography on the side.
Yeah.
And then once I kind of, hit a ceiling of I can't make any more money because I'm
yeah.
spending all my time over here, and time is money. Like,
Right.
you don't get
both.
both.
Yeah.
So I transitioned out of a job before, did full-time, photography and stuff like that, and then I had a kid.
Right.
So I was like, dang.
Yeah. That changes priorities.
I need a little bit more stability because, River, she's not going to be waiting for me, 2 weeks to get something.
No.
She needs it now.
Right now.
She needs it now.
Got to be
So,
quicker than that.
got another job, still doing photography.
Yeah.
And then I recently again quit the job I had
Okay.
and back doing
Photography.
in the
Full-time,
studio
yeah.
full time. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a point where I was getting booked to go to Atlanta and New York and DC and stuff like that, and I couldn't because it was on a Tuesday.
And you had work.
I had to work.
Right.
Tuesday through Wednesday, Monday through Friday, I had to work. You know what I'm saying? They had good PTO and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but when
Not
I got
enough.
back, not
Yeah.
enough. And when I got back, there was work waiting for me. So
Yeah.
like, a lot of people just need to figure out like that balance of when to transition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get your first good week. You know what I'm saying? You made $2K a week and you're like,
Right.
oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
You can do that, but that's not realistic. It's not going to happen every week.
It's not. You
know
got to
what
see
I'm
what that.
You got to see what next
that
week
look
is.
like. Yeah.
See what that next
See
week
what
look
the
like.
next
and the
8
next
weeks
month.
look like.
Yeah, and the next year
before
and
you,
stuff like
yeah.
before you just jump ship because it was going good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that's just one thing I try to tell a lot of small business owners and entrepreneurs, especially creative entrepreneurs,
Right.
because the creative market is so fickle
Mm-hmm.
that what's cool today might not be cool tomorrow.
Right.
So like you really got to be on your shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hope y'all were paying attention and taking notes. We are here to help the people. Let me know what your experience has been as a creative. If you've made any transitions recently, drop a comment. Tell me your experience. Thank you so much for coming, Slim.
Of course.
This was lovely. Great to have you. And that's going to finish up our episode for today. Episode 3 is over because I remembered the number. I remembered the number. All right, y'all. Peace out.
Peace.